Hello and welcome to another update video about VAI, and we can see an initial reaction now to the yellow support zone. Finally, after the Wednesday low was formed, we see a little bit of upside. The question is this strong enough to really generate upside momentum in wave C of 3? Finally some upside, and Bitcoin obviously shows some upside momentum, and it would really be great if if Bitcoin has bottomed, it would be great, especially for some altcoins that are already very deep in support. One more low or two more lows on the Bitcoin chart wouldn't be great for Vaiot, and ideally this B wave has bottomed. Ideally, that's not me telling you it has, because it's too early to confirm a low, but I would actually like it to hold, because then we could say, okay, the B wave looks somewhat healthy, and it might have in the end been a WXY structure. At least that would be what it looks like at the moment. For example, here we could say this was W, ABC in wave W, an X wave, and then ABC in wave Y. Again, you know, this is not so important if we call it ABC or WXY. For me, those are just labels. What I want to do, just so we can see it better. What is really important is now if we've bottomed or not. If we haven't bottomed, okay, and the price does break below that 16-cent level, which is the Wednesday low, then the next and basically last reliable support is at 14.7 cents. Any break below that level will make this structure very, very prone to invalidation. For now, as long as we are holding within the yellow support zone, there are no warning lights need to come up or anything, but a break below support will be a warning light. Okay, that is when the, let's say, the warning indicators need to come on, and the invalidation point is obviously here. I think we talked about that in a previous video, around 10.3 cents. Ultimately, from any bullish point of view, we want to avoid that. The thing is, why am I leaning to the upside? Well, because the move down just looks corrective, okay? It just looks corrective. We have corrective structures also in the subwaves, a lot of overlapping price action. Now, that doesn't mean it couldn't come down. It certainly could, but it's just not at the moment. As long as we're holding above support levels, we can give the bulls the benefit of the doubt. The bearish scenario would be the white one, which is assuming, well, it's not assuming because it's only the alternative, but it would mean that the B wave that presumably bottomed in October last year never bottomed, and we are in that B wave and just formed a large flat structure, A wave down, overshooting B wave, and this is a C wave, and the C wave would have to be an ending diagonal, which is very, very difficult, a difficult structure, and cannot be the preferred scenario in the current context, but it is a reasonable alternative that would gain, let's say, primary status below the invalidation point, and maybe, depending on how the structure looks like, already below 14.7 cents. If the low forms here, or maybe after one more low while holding 14.7 cents, then the next move up would be a C wave, and ideally we're gonna get to 80 cents plus, maybe even $1. Sounds great. The correction was certainly deep enough and long enough, and well, from this region I'd like it to start a move. It's basically now in the region where we want a low to form. Okay, I could also try to count all the microstructures here, but it's just not reliable. You know, the only coins where I'll really do that is Bitcoin, Ethereum, some of the larger cap altcoins. For most altcoin charts, really micro counting isn't very helpful. Just take the levels, watch for reversals, and then as we get a first impulse, you have something that you can actually put a stop below. This here at the moment, even if I zoom in, it's only a 3-wave rally, but if we get a bit more upside momentum, 5 waves might form, okay? So if I get a little bit more data and structure, I will indicate how a 5-wave move would look like. At the moment, we are far away from that. Next indication that we have bottomed would be a break above the last swing high at 20.7 cents. That's my update about VAI or VAI. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.